Okay, so we've got a completely broken glitch here. It's easy to do and works for PC and Xbox players. We're going to be spawning in a bunch of different weapons and hopefully you'll be able to get yourself some legendaries too. Okay, we'll start with what you'll need. You're just going to need about 30 each of these 2 resources on screen now. Obviously the more the better, but 30 will probably do. There are a couple of great ways to get these materials pretty fast. Firstly, you could run to the UC distribution center located on your right at the commercial district in New Atlantis. The lady at the desk sells both of the resources that you need. You can then wait 24 hours on the bench opposite her and then buy more. Okay, step 1, you've got your materials, so firstly, set your difficulty to very hard. Step 2, go to any planet, the higher the level the better. I went to Pyrus 2, which is a level 70 planet, but like I said, any planet will do as long as you can make an outpost on it. Step 3, make an outpost on it. 4, okay, this step is important just in case you don't get the weapons you want. Do a manual save of your game, not a quick save. Okay, step 5, now it's time to lay down weapon cases. The bigger cases will get you the bigger weapons. The smaller cases will get you smaller weapons like pistols. And the medium ones, I guess medium guns like shotguns. Put down as many boxes as you can. Step 6, after you place down all of your crates, create a quick save. Step 7, instantly reload that quick save. Step 8, once you load back up, you'll see you have a bunch of weapons in the boxes. They'll range from common to legendary. It's completely random, so you might get all commons, but you could also potentially get all legendaries. Step 9, if you don't like any of the weapons, don't load up that quick save again. It won't re-roll the weapons, it will get rid of all of them and fix the glitch. If you do want to re-roll the weapons, just load back up that manual save you did at the beginning, and then do it all over again until you get the stuff you want. If you find one weapon you like but want to re-roll the rest, you're going to need to break down the boxes and then start from step 1. And that's how you do it. If this helps, please don't forget to hit sub, which will help me massively. And if you're looking to level up insanely fast without doing that annoying outpost glitch, then check out the video on screen now. Thanks for watching. Okay, so Bethesda took our undermap chest glitch, but no worries, because this Starfield glitch, which is actually 2 glitches and an exploit, is going to make you millions of credits in under an hour. I've had a lot of people ask why I haven't covered this one in my step-by-step format yet, so I figured I'd finally get it done. I've seen a few videos covering this, but I'm pretty sure Kibbles did it first, so shouts to him. Okay, so you're going to need a random ship that you don't care about, another ship that you're happy to completely rebuild, and then a third ship that is your main ship that you're just not going to touch. So step 1, head to Aquila City and break down the ship you don't care about. And make a ship with a cockpit, a hab, a landing bay, a docker on the top, a reactor, a fuel tank, a grav drive, an engine, and a landing gear. You'll also probably need another hab for the landing gear. It's also worth mentioning that when you've done this, you should save the game because mine crashed literally right after I made it. This can all be done with C-class stuff regardless of your skill because you're not actually going to be flying it. Unless you're like me who accidentally set it as my home ship and then this happened. Step 2, now head over to the fuel tanks and choose the 900T helium tank. If you can't physically select it because of requirement issues, it's all good. This is where the first glitch comes in. It's really simple. Just hover your cursor very, very close to the ship, then hit add. You'll notice that the item comes up in red. This is because it's clipping with your ship. So click one of the fuel tanks you're allowed to have. And now that the list has disappeared, you'll notice you'll still be able to scroll through the list of fuel tanks. And even better, you'll be able to scroll all the way to the fuel tanks you're not allowed. So scroll down to the 900T, drag it out of the way of the ship and place it down. Now just stick it on the back of the existing fuel tank, just like this. Step 3, okay, so we need loads of this exact fuel tank. If you have the skills to get this part without doing the glitch, then it's all good. You can just duplicate it over and over. But if you don't have the skill, you're unfortunately going to have to do the glitch multiple times. So add a long trail of the same fuel tank on the back until you get an error message. Then do the same widthways until your ship looks like a giant capital T. It should now look like this. Step 4. Add an M50 Ulysses helium tank to the side of the fuel tanks. Attach the top of the Ulysses tank to the bottom of this part. This will give you another layer to work with. And now we're going to fill this whole bottom area with landing gears. This is why we went to Aquila City, because they have the perfect landing gears for this. This one right here. Step 5. Now you just want to fill all of this with more 900Ts, adding another layer, then another layer, just not getting too close to the center. You can of course save the ship at any point if it's getting too pricey for you, but if your pockets are stacked, then just keep following along. Step 6. Once it's filled up like this, you could, if you wanted to, delete out a few of the fuel tanks at the front and jam in the SAL 6630 engine, which is worth a lot. Add as many of these to the front as you can before you get the error message. Step 7. Okay, your monster ship is ready. So save that beautiful, horrible creation and make sure you drop a quick save. 8. Go to your star map, click on the Valo system, then go to the planet Polvo. There's a city you can land at called Hope Town. So just head there. Step 9. Okay, we're now going to do a run through ship merchants and make a ton of money from them using our second glitch. So when you land in Hope Town, run over to the technician and say you want to modify your ships. We're going to use the trusty ship dupe glitch here, so scroll over to your monster ship that you just created. So if the ship you don't care about is on the right, you're going to hit edit ship and the right bumper at the exact same time. If the ship you don't care about is on the left, you're going to hit edit ship and left bumper at the exact same time. This does work on PC, I'm just not 100% confident on what those buttons are, so if you know the buttons, please do drop them down in the comments. You're basically trying to edit your glitch ship and swap over to the ship you don't care about at the exact same time. If done right, you'll then end up in the editing menu for your monster ship. Now just move something over and back out and save. You'll notice the ship you don't care about is now a duplicate of your monster ship, which is exactly what we need. Step 10. Now go into edit mode on your duped ship. So you can't outright sell this duped ship for two reasons. Firstly, it isn't registered, so you'd actually have to spend money first. But also you need to keep this ship around so that you can keep duping it later. So instead of selling it, click select all, the whole ship will turn red. Now select each individual part of the original ship, not any of the extras that you added. So you just want to select the hab, the docker, the engine, the cockpit, and so on. So now all of the extras should be in red and your core ship should be unselected. Now hover over the red parts and hit delete. Deleting all of this will sell these parts to the vendor, so back out and confirm the deletion of the parts. Now this vendor only has 72,000 credits, but don't worry, the next person has way more. Step 11, run into Hope Tech just over here, and the salesperson is sat at the desk on your right. So ask to modify your ships, you should still have your monster ship, and next to it you should have the ship you don't care about, which is now just a stripped down version of your monster ship. So do the dupe to turn the stripped down ship into another glitch ship. You know, so hit edit and then left bumper or right bumper depending on what side it's on, then move one part, back out and accept. Now that your ship is duped again, go into the duped ship and delete those extra parts again. This time the vendor has 160,000 credits, so you'll make a decent amount here. Okay, so now you've sold your parts a second time, it's time to reset their inventory. The best way here is to go to the Sol system, head to Venus, and wait 6 hours, which is 600 universal time hours. Now head back to Hope Town and talk to both vendors again and sell your parts again. You'll make around 232,000 credits every time you make the run, so that's how you do it. If this helped, please consider hitting the sub button to help me out too. And if you're looking for the most insane XP exploit there is, I'm talking 5,000 plus XP in a few seconds, then click on the video on screen now. Thanks for watching. So Bethesda took our Starfield chest glitch away by hiding all of the chests somewhere else. So whilst we're all hunting down those chests, this is definitely one of the best strategies for making fast credits in Starfield. So let's get into it. Step 1, fly to Neon, which is in the Volley or Volley system. 2, take the elevator to Neon City. Step 3, leave the elevator and go right, past the Reliant Medical and the hotel next to it. Then just after the hotel, there's an alleyway, so turn down there. Step 4, go through the door that says Ebbside above it. Step 5, walk to the end of this alleyway and turn left. There's a store called Frankie's Grab and Go. Head inside. 6. Okay, you're going to want to quick save here because you're about to pickpocket the store owner, Francesca. 7. Pickpocket Francesca. You're looking to take that syndicate key card of hers, so with enough loading of your quick save, you'll be able to take it from her. Step 8. If you turn around after grabbing the key card from her, you'll see there's a locked door, which, good news, you now have the key to, so head through. Step 9. Now, sneaky Francesca has hidden a hideout behind this fridge. But we're too smart for her, so walk straight through it. 10. Once you're in the hideout, you don't have to sneak or anything, so just run to the stairs on your left, head up them, and follow the path straight on to the dining area, just like this. Step 11. Turn to your right and then take another right, then at the end of this corridor, take another right. You should see a doorway, head through, and then enter the first door on your left. Shut the door behind you for extra sneakiness, and also drop another quick save for safety. Step 12. Okay, the table in this room has a maintenance shaft key on it, and of course, we're gonna take it. 13. Head back out the same door, turn right, and at the end of the corridor, turn left. Now run all the way to the end until you see a metal door on your right. 14. Head inside, close the door behind you, and pick up the contraband on the ground. 15. Okay, now you've got some spicy loot, head back to Neon City. Step 16, once you step outside to Neon City, just take a left and keep walking until you see the Trade Authority on your right. These guys will buy all of your questionable items, which is perfect. The Trade Authority has a huge yellow sign, so you can't miss it. Once you see it, head inside and sell your contraband. Now, it's likely that you have more than you can sell, so if that is the case, there's a bench that you can sit on, so just rest 48 hours to restock the Trade Authority's chest. Then step 17, head to Sol and drop down on Venus. Wait 6 hours. This is because 6 hours here is 600 UT hours. Then 18, head back to Neon City. The contraband will have respawned. So now you can repeat the whole process. And that is a nice little way to stack some easy credits. If you made any money off of this strategy at all, I think legally you have to hit subscribe now. So go ahead and do that. If you want to see the best XP exploit right now, then go ahead and click the video on screen. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so Bethesda did what nobody was expecting and actually patched their game. More specifically, the chests that you could steal from under the map on different planets are now gone. So, of course, when they take one exploit away, we'll just use another one. This strategy is insane. It takes a little bit of time to set up, but once you have it set up, you'll essentially be printing money. And obviously, huge shouts to Kibbles for this one. I'm a big fan of what he does. So without further ado, let's get into this. For this, you'll need the first point in the botany skill, so you'll need to have spent at least 4 points in the tier above for this. If you want to level up insanely quickly for this, you can check out my 2 favorite XP exploits that still work, which I've pinned in the comments and will also share at the end of this video. So step 1, head to New Atlantis. 2, head to Jemison Mercantile, which if you're not sure where it is, just follow my route from the point where your ship lands. Now head inside and buy these materials on screen. 3, you will be over encumbered, but running back to your ship won't actually kill you. You'll just drain your health down to 1%. But the good news is here, where Jemison Mercantile is so close, I think it has to be within 500 meters, so you can offload all of your materials onto your ship from where you're stood. Just enter the cargo hold from the main menu, click inventory, and then send all resources to cargo hold. If you find that you've run out of space, you can obviously upgrade your cargo hold at the technician, or you can drop all of your items on your ship's floor, ready for the next step. Step 4, now go to your star map. We're actually going to be sticking around on Jemison now, so head to the Frozen Mountains biome. Step 5, now that you've landed on Jemison, you need to find and scan 2 plants to 100%. Firstly, the tufted snow willow, just run around scanning a bunch of them until you hit 100. You're also going to need the plant called the Cold Cave Nettle, so run around and get these to 100 as well. 6, now you've got those to 100, it's time to slap down an outpost. 7, place down some argon extractors. Argon is everywhere on Jemison, so you should be good to slap them down anywhere. Step 8, put down quite a few gas storage containers. 10 to 15 should be enough, and obviously you can always add more later. Now link your extractors to the first container and link the rest to each other, just linking each to the adjacent container. Step 9. If you bought that botany skill, you'll have the greenhouses available in the builder, which is exactly what you'll need to use now. You'll want to put down at least 5 together and then another 5 together a little distance away. The distance between the greenhouses is just so you don't get the two groups mixed up. Step 10. Now pop down water extractors. You can be quite messy with it if you want. There seems to be water everywhere in this biome, so you're all good. You'll want at least 5 of these too, but obviously the more the better. 11. Pop down 4 or 5 water storage containers. Obviously, if you went crazy with the water extractors, then pop down more water storage containers. Then you want to connect all of the water extractors to the first water storage container, and again connect each container to the next one along like this. Okay, we are almost there. Connect the final water storage container to all of the greenhouses. 13. Now head over to your greenhouse control consoles located on the side of the door. You'll notice that they're set by default to develop metabolic agent. So for one half of your greenhouses, change the metabolic agent to toxin. 14. Now it's time to put solid storage chests down. Put as many containers as you can behind the greenhouses that are developing toxin, and then just as many behind the other group of greenhouses that are developing metabolic agent, just like this. 15. Connect the toxin greenhouses to the first storage box, and then connect that cluster of storage boxes to each other. And then, obviously, do the exact same thing with the greenhouses developing metabolic agent. Okay, time to slap down some solar arrays or any other form of power. You'll see at the bottom how much power you need and how much you currently have. 17. Now go back into build mode and craft a pharmaceutical lab and a research lab. You will only need the research lab for one quick thing, so if you do have one on your ship, you can just head over there instead. So at the research lab, you'll need to research Performance Enhancement 1, which you'll only need a few materials for. Luckily, you can go back to Jemison Mercantile if you don't have these materials. 18. Go to the Sol system and then head to Venus and wait 24 hours. Step 19. Now fast travel back to your outpost on Jemison. Enough time will have passed for all of your items to be stacked to 999. Those green lights on the side of the containers mean that they're full up. Step 20. From here, just spam the craft button for as much amp as you can until you run out of materials. So of course, PC players have the luxury of holding their mouse over the end of the bar to craft 99 at a time, but for us Xbox players, you can hold right on the left stick, right on the D-pad, whilst also spamming the right bumper, which will spam craft between 10 and 20 at a time. This obviously isn't perfect, but it's still crazy in terms of XP and the credits that you're going to make. You'll make the exact same amount of XP as you do with the adaptive frames farm, but with this farm you'll actually have a useful item that you'll be able to carry in high quantity, and it'll be easier to offload. 21. So now go back to Venus, rest, head back to your outpost and craft more amp. It doesn't take much space up in your bag or cargo hold, so you can drag tons of this stuff to merchants. So my favorite thing to do with the stacks of amp is to go to Aquila City and trade all of it with the merchants for ammo. If you've done the farm a few times over, you'll walk away with all of their ammo and credits. You can also just find a merchant and sell chunks of amp at a time, resting in between to stack your cash a little bit quicker. So that's how you do it. If it helped, please do consider dropping a sub to help me too. And if you're wondering what glitches are still working after the new patch and how to do them, check out the video on screen now. Thanks for watching.